Hi everyone and welcome back to Uncharted 4 The Thief's End Action or Encounters walkthrough. We are still playing on crushing difficulty and I want to talk a little about parts and chapters. I decided to go with encounters to ease up on the editing part and not to show you too much of the game because you might still enjoy it now if you're playing it or later. And you can come to see the action parts if you're having a bad time, but trust that I'm not going to ruin any story part, any conversation, any cutscene, stuff like that. This is divided into parts. All the videos are parts, but each part, guys, is a chapter. Even though I started the whole walkthrough on chapter 2, then I jumped on to chapter 5, and we are now on chapter 7. It is still chapter by chapter when the action takes place. I'm not gonna skip any chapters when where there is actual action, even if there is an escape or something like that. But I will include basically all parts that require you to stealth through or to to shoot. A lot of chapters, I have to say this, a lot of chapters in Uncharted 4 are exploring and puzzles. Because look at the beginning of this, like we had the entire first chapter that was just an exploration type of tutorial chapter. Then we have a little fight in chapter 2 which is really easy. Then we have chapter 3 and chapter 4, which are both without action scenes. Then we have in chapter 5 we have some action scenes. Then we have chapter 6, which is another whole chapter without action scenes. And then we are in 7 that we have 3 main action scenes. And the game, I should say that the game kicks off in this chapter, in chapter 7. In chapter 7 the game really kicks off. It's showing you the stealth mostly, but it really kicks off with the difficulty and the action of crushing. It's nowhere near, guys, let me compare it a little with the other Uncharted games, sorry. Wow. It's nowhere near the relentless fucking combat and continuous action of Uncharted 1. Nowhere near as that. It's not close to Uncharted 2, which I think is the more balanced of all the Uncharted. I think Uncharted 2 recognizes the potential of combat and stealth, delivers in the story as well. And Uncharted 3, which kinda wants to do that balance once again, but is up there with the best ones. But I still think Uncharted 2 is the best one. But Uncharted 4, guys, is not a bad game, because now it seems that because I'm criticizing, and not in a bad way, I'm analyzing this game and comparing it, I'm saying that this is the worst Uncharted. No, I don't think it's the worst. I think from all the other Uncharted, this is the second best one. That means that Uncharted 2 is the best one, and then there is this one. This game is focused more on exploration, on character development, and on story. So we could say that this is the best Uncharted. When talking about story, this has the best story and the best character development. You know, character banter and events that happened and stuff like that. Exploration is really the main focus of the game. Not so much the combat, but exploration. And it's fucking great. It's the best. It's the best exploration, the best story, and the best character development in any Uncharted. It's even better than in Uncharted 2. Is it the best combat? No. That still remains in Uncharted 2, in my opinion. and in Uncharted 3, which is also really, really good. I think Uncharted 1 got a little away with the shooting part. I think it's a little relentless in the meaning that there is just too much combat. There is a lack of restraint that you can very visibly see. So that's the only reason why I think it's not the best one. But is it a really, really good Uncharted? Uncharted 1? Yes. All the Uncharted games are spectacular in their own way, but I think this one is second to best. Yeah, because the set pieces, I'm not gonna spoil anything, don't worry about it, but the set pieces here, there are like 2 or 3 set pieces. There is one that is really, really impressive, and then there is just not much else. And in wow factor, I mean, this is more about the beautiful graphics that it has, because it's the best graphical Uncharted to date, and this is more about, yeah, this is more about the wow factor mainly, and the story. The story is really good. It's really, really good. The ending is really fucking great. It closes Uncharted. This is the last Uncharted, guys. So without spoiling anything, but I just wanted to talk a little about the game, because that's something I've been talking about. The difficulty like it's the only thing that matters in a game, and it's not. I realize that, even though I am a channel which bases his gameplay on the difficulties, I realize that it's not, and I thoroughly enjoyed Uncharted 4. I think PlayStation 4 has now 2 games that are system sellers, and for most people it's going to be just this one. But is there a real game now that you should definitely get a PlayStation 4? Is this one. This is a fantastic game, guys. And some things to notice. Not only this is the best story and exploring Uncharted, but this is the best puzzle Uncharted. Like, I always felt that the puzzles in Uncharted 1, 2 and 3 were they were not bad, but they were kind of annoying. Some of them were pretty like obscure, and it kinda, it kinda slowed down the game a little. You know that feeling where the game picks up a pace and you suddenly encounter a puzzle that is going to take you like fucking half an hour to solve on your own? Maybe less if you're really, really fucking smart, but some puzzles were kind of obscure, especially in Uncharted 2. I think Uncharted 2 has the worst puzzles. Yeah, Uncharted 2. But in this one, the puzzles are great. Like, the puzzles, there are not a lot of puzzles, and when they are, the chapters already bring you like from an exploring standpoint to that puzzle, so they feel kind of seamless. They don't throw in a puzzle in the middle after a combat scene. The pace is really good, and the puzzles are really good because they are not at all hard to solve. There are easy puzzles, and I understand that when I say easy puzzles and then you got stuck for an hour on one of them, it doesn't mean that you're fucking stupid and I'm really smart. It just means that overall, objectively, I found that the puzzles designed are more seamless, integrated into the game, are way less annoying. Like, if you pay attention, they are not really that hard to solve, and it lets you continue with the game, which is incredible. It's an incredible achievement. Graphically, I don't think it's anything better than this one out in any console or PC. Sorry, Master Race, but I have to. This is not being a fan of PS4 or Uncharted, not at all. This is just completely objective. This is the best graphics that I ever seen. If this could only work at 60, right? That would be a dream. But To be honest, I don't really care. Multiplayer runs at 60 though, but single player is 30, and I don't really care. The FPS doesn't really drop. I didn't notice big drops like in Dark Souls 3, for example. And so yeah, this is fucking amazing, and this is going to be the first chance that you're going to see an enemy position, a new enemy in the map, which is a sniper. There is a sniper in this map that is going to appear right now. That red, see that sniper red line? Yeah, that's a rifle sniper. If he shoots me once, I'm dead. So that sniper wasn't in any other difficulty in there. There wasn't a sniper there. So as you can see, crushing not only changes the damage that you are inflicted upon and the checkpoints, sadly, but it changes some enemies. It adds some enemies in new positions, and that's actually really cool. I like that. So I'm always going to kinda comment about this enemy is not there in other difficulties and stuff like that when we encounter them. So after we kill these guys, the last wave, I would say do not engage the last wave. Just run towards the car and you'll finish with this sequence. Don't forget to kill that guy up there. That's not the sniper guy, it's another guy that is up there. Don't forget to kill this guy. When you kill this guy, just rush to the car. Don't be entertained by anything, because if you are entertained by something, you're gonna die. Just run to the car, and the part is gonna end, guys, and we'll see each other in part 4. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.